Hello friends, good morning. Today we will discuss the second topic of our second paper, that is continuous probability distributions. The second chapter is bivariate continuous probability distributions, which is extension of univariate continuous probability distributions. In first three videos we discuss the continuous probability distribution of a continuous random variable x, and we discuss some properties like expected value, its moment generating function, then transformation of one-dimensional continuous random variable. Now, in this particular chapter, we will discuss the bivariate continuous probability distribution, which is extension of our bivariate discrete probability distributions. Friends, in first year in paper 2 in the second semester we discuss sample space omega, in which for each sample point we can define two random variables at a time. For example, suppose I am tossing a coin, okay? Then if I toss a coin, or if I toss a simple die having 6 faces, and if x is number of score and if y is number of runs, then you can find out the joint probability density probability mass function of random variable xy. Similarly, now discuss it for continuous sample spaces. Suppose omega is your uncountably infinite sample space. Then we can associate two real valued functions with omega, that is, with respect to every sample point in omega, we record two values simultaneously. For example, if I consider metals as my omega is my sample space, metal in that sample space, if x is its density and suppose y is my tensile strength, then in the bracket x comma y is our bivariate random variable. So we record two values jointly of two variables simultaneously. The joint study of such variables needs its probability distribution, which you call it as bivariate probability distribution. Now, so if I want to write the definition of bivariate continuous random variable, then definition would like this. If omega is your continuous sample space corresponding to a certain random experiment, if x of omega and y of omega be two real valued continuous functions with domain omega, then the ordered pair x of omega and y of omega, where omega being sample point, is called as two-dimensional continuous random variable, and it is denoted by in the bracket x comma y, and that their values x and y are the values taken by the random variable x comma y respectively. Now, when we are considering two-dimensional random variables, we always constrain that these variables to be lie in a two-dimensional region, that is a Cartesian region x, y, okay. Now, and if fxy is some function, if fxy is some function associated with bivariate distribution, then above this particular plane xy, over the region of interest, is a surface which represents the probability density function, is called as bivariate distribution. The associated probability density function has the general form of fxy, and regarding this function as defining a surface over region R. So when fxy is called as bivariate probability density function, then it should satisfy the two conditions, namely fxy should be greater than or equal to 0 for all xy in R by R region set of real numbers, and double integration over R fxy dx dy should be equal to 1. If these two conditions are satisfied by some function fxy, then this fxy is called as PDF of xy. Okay. Now, how you come to this conclusion? So, when you consider double integration over r fxy dx dy is equal to 1, means it is required that volume under the surface should be equal to 1. So, when we have one variable, the probability we have discussed is area under the curve. Okay, that is 2-dimensional. When we have two variables, then with function fxy we come to 3 dimensions, and 3-dimensional figures are denoted by volume. So remember that when you compute the probabilities, it is probability of certain volume. Okay, that particular thing is volume. Remember this. Now, the probability that a random variable xy take values in a small interval, say delta x, delta y, but that is your random variable xy takes value in the region x minus delta x by 2 to x plus delta x by 2 and y minus delta y by 2 to y plus delta y by 2. If your random variable, so this is collection of all these points, then if you want to compute the probability that your random variable xy lies in this particular region, that is small interval x minus delta x by 2 to x plus delta x by 2 for variable x, and y minus delta y by 2 to y plus delta y by 2 for variable y, then this particular probability is denoted by probability that your random variable x lies between x minus delta x by 2 to x plus delta x by 2 and y ranges from this region. This probability is simply fxy into delta x into delta y. Okay, and approximately we write it as fxy into dx into dy. Okay, so the definition of joint probability density function for a continuous random variable xy is given by, it is also denoted by fxy instead of fxy. This suffix xy denotes it is a probability density function of random variable x comma y. So fxy is said to be PDF of xy if and only if these two conditions are satisfied. What are the conditions? fxy should be positive for all xy, and integration over r, that is from minus infinity to plus infinity, double integration fxy dx dy should be equal to 1. Okay, and we can find out the probability in a 2-dimensional sample space where xy belongs to r, and that probability is computed over r. Okay, so this is the definition of PDF of random variable x. If you want to compute probability of the interval that x lies between a to b and suppose y lies between c to d, then that probability is simply computed as integration from a to b, integration from c to d fxy dx dy. Okay, and what is it actually? So interpretation of this probability is, it is a volume of a box with a rectangular base having sides b minus a and d minus c, and top surface is given by this function fxy. Okay, so if we have this definition of probability, we will discuss some problems in this particular respect. So how the PDF of xy looks like? Suppose x and y are two continuous random variables and their values are say x and y in the given region, which lies in the interval say 0 to 1. And suppose that further that the associated bivariate probability density function is fxy is equal to x plus y, where 0 is less than or equal to x and y is less than or equal to 1, means your variable x lies between 0 to 1 and your y variable also lies between 0 to 1. Then you can compute probability density function and integration from 0 to 1 x plus y dx dy should be equal to 1. Okay, so you can imagine this 3-dimensional figure like this, that is this, your random variable x is taking value from 0 to 1, your random variable y is also taking value from 0 to 1, and this is your surface. Okay, this surface is fxy. So this is 2-dimensional figure. With this surface we give the volume of this particular probability. Okay, So let us have one problem for this particular definitions. Okay, now I'll discuss this particular problem. Suppose xy is a two-dimensional continuous random variable with PDF fxy is equal to 12xy into 1 minus y. And what is the range for x? X lies between 0 to 1. Also y lies between 0 to 1. And except this range, your PDF becomes 0. Therefore, we will write fxy is equal to 0. Otherwise means except this particular range. Now, we have to verify whether this can be considered as PDF of random variable xy. So, this is my problem. Okay. Now, in order to see or in order to check whether this fxy is really a probability density function of xy, we need to check two conditions. The first condition is that fxy should be positive, and second condition is that double integration over r fxy dx dy should be equal to 1. Now in this expression, this x is positive, similarly y is positive, and what is the value of y? Y lies between 0 to 1. Therefore 1 minus y is also positive. So in this particular expression, each and every term is positive. Therefore if you take product of 12 into x into y into 1 minus y, that is positive. Okay, so for x is positive, y is positive, 1 minus y is positive, fxy is positive for all x in given region R. So this is your R. Now we need to prove the second condition, that double integration over R fxy dx dy should be equal to 1. So for this, what is the range for x? Range for x is for 0 to 1. What is the range for y? Range for y is 0 to 1. And what is your fxy? 12xy into bracket 1 minus y dx dy. Now this should be equal to 1. We have to prove this. Now in double integration, I will generally take the first limit for variable x and second limit for variable y. Now in this case, both limits are same. So this 12 you can take outside. Okay, 12. Now integration from 0 to 1. As far as this is integration with respect to y in this particular square bracket, your x is treated as constant. So I will take outside the integration sign of y. So y 0 to 1, inside the bracket I will write y minus y square dy. Then square bracket complete, because this is restricted to integration of one variable y into dx. Okay, so this is equal to 12 as it is, 0 to 1 as it is, x as it is. Integration of y is y square by 2 minus integration of y square is y cube by 3 in the range 0 to 1. Okay, dx. Now in this particular expression, you put upper limit first minus lower limit first for the value of y. So 12, and if I take LCM of these two, it is 6. So 12 upon 6, integration from 0 to 1, x as it is. So it is 3y square minus 2y cube upon 6 I have taken outside. Okay, and in the range 0 to 1 dx. Okay, so 12 upon 6 is 2, integration from 0 to 1, x as it is. If I put upper limit 1, it is 3 minus 2 minus 0 into dx. Okay, so this is 2 into the bracket. What is the integration of x? Integration of x is x square by 2. So 2 get cancelled. If you put upper limit 1 square minus 0 square, that is equal to 1. Therefore, the second condition is also satisfied, that double integration over r fxy dx dy is equal to 1, and therefore we claim that fxy can be considered as PDF of xy. Okay, so this is my example number 1. So for given PDF, you can always check whether it is PDF function or not by checking only two conditions. If any one of the condition is violated, we will say that this cannot be a PDF of random variable xy. Okay. Now this is second question. Suppose a continuous bivariate random variable xy has PDF fxy is equal to c, where x is positive, y is positive, and x plus y is less than 2. Okay, so this is the range for x. Okay, so your x should be positive, y should be positive. So we are considering only first quadrant in two coordinate geometry, and one more condition is that x plus y is less than 2. In this case, you need to find the value of C. Now, since it is given that it is PDF, fxy should be positive. That means that your C should be positive. Okay. Now, in order to find this particular region, x positive, y positive, and x plus y less than 2, I will consider a line x plus y is equal to 2. I will consider a line x plus y is equal to 2. Means when x is 0, y is 2. When y is 0, x is 2. So I will have two lines, two particular points for the line x plus y is equal to 2, namely 2, 0 and 0, 2. Suppose this particular point is 2, 0, this particular point is 0, 2. So through these lines, through these points, I draw this particular line, and equation of this line is x plus y is equal to 2. But we require the region x plus y is less than 2. Okay, less than 2. Now can you see here, this particular point is origin and its value is 0, 0. So if you put 0, 0 in this particular expression, you put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, x plus y is 0. So 0 is less than 2. So the required region is below this particular line. Okay, required region x plus y is less than 2 is this particular region which is below this line. Further, our x is positive and y is positive, that is in first quadrant, this particular triangle. Okay, this particular triangle is our region of integration for given random variable xy. Okay, now so this is region R in which x is positive, y is positive, and x plus y is less than or equal to 2. On this line, x plus y is equal to 2. If I consider this particular point, suppose here, if I consider this point, this point, these points, all these points gives x plus y is greater than 2. Okay, so these points are outside our range. X plus y is less than 2 means this particular triangle. Okay, now for this particular triangle, now see here the double integration is solved like this. You have to fix range for one variable first. Okay, suppose I am fixing my variable x. In this particular region R, my x values varies from 0 to 2. Okay, so for this triangle, lower limit for x is 0 and upper limit for x is 2. So in this particular range, my x varies from 0 to 2. Okay, and once I fix this x in between 0 to 2, this is the value for y variable. Okay, so on this axis, x axis, what is the value of y? On x axis, value of y is 0. So lower limit for value y is 0. And what is upper limit for my y? Upper limit for y lies on this particular line. On this line, what is the value of y? Value of y is 2 minus x because my x is fixed. Okay, so I will write the range like this. So in R, x varies from 0 to 2, and for fixed value of x in the interval 0 to 2, y varies from 0 to 2 minus x, that is on this particular line. Okay, so on the line, what is the equation of this line? Equation of this line is x plus y is equal to 2. Therefore, on this particular line, my value of y is 2 minus x, where x is fixed in the interval 0 to 2. So this particular integration, double integration R fxy dx dy, I will write like this, 0 to 2. So this is range for my variable x. So dx I have taken outside the square bracket. Okay, so 0 to 2 dx. So that will be outside. Inside the bracket, I will have 0 to 2 minus x. 0 to 2 minus x is the range for y. Okay, and this c, my fxy is c, that I have written as it is, dy, and then dx, this should be equal to 1 since it is PDF. Okay, so c is some constant which I will take outside. So 0 to 2, what is integration of 1 with respect to y? It is 1 dy is my integration y. And what is the range for y? 0 to 2 minus x. So c as it is, 0 to 2 as it is, dx as it is. Now I will put the values of y here. So that will be c 0 to 2, 2 minus x minus this 0, it doesn't matter, dx is equal to 1. Okay, so c as it is. Now take derivative with respect to x. So it is 2x minus x square by 2 in the range 0 to 2. Now in this particular expression, if I put the values of upper limit 2 and lower limit 0, my values will be c into the bracket 4 minus 4 by 2 minus 0, that is 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2. So 2c is equal to 1 implies that c is equal to half, and therefore my fxy is equal to 1 by 2, where x is positive, y is positive, and x plus y is less than 2. So this is my required PDF of random variable xy. Okay. Now here we need to find some probability of the region which is subset of your original range. Okay. Now suppose fxy is equal to e to the power minus into the bracket x plus y, where x and y is positive. That means this PDF is defined for all values of x in the first quadrant. Okay, so x is positive, y is positive. Now we need to find probability that x plus y is less than or equal to 1. Suppose we need to compute this particular probability. So this particular x plus y is less than or equal to 1 is subset of this particular quadrant. Okay. Now the region of integration is x is 0, y is 0, and it is a subset of this particular region bounded by the constraint x plus y is less than or equal to 1. Now again have the same thing. Write down the equation of the line x plus y is equal to 1. Okay. So when x is 0, y is 1. When y is 0, x is 1. So I'll take 2 points. This is 1 0 and this is 1 0 1. Through these 2 points I will draw this particular line. And what is equation of this line? Equation of this line is x plus y is equal to 1. Again I have less than or equal to sign here. So when we have such type of range, you always see where your origin lies. Okay, my origin is 0 0 is here. So 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 1. So my region of integration or probability is to the origin side or below this particular line. Okay, so x is positive, y is positive, and x plus y is less than or equal to 1 is this particular triangle. Okay. Now in this particular triangle, so my region of integration is now restricted to this particular region only. So this is my region of integration R. In this region R, x, what is the value of x? X is minimum value of x is 0 and maximum value of x is 1. So in this region R, x varies from 0 to 1, and for fixed x in 0 to 1, my y value varies from, see, on x axis what is the minimum value of y? Minimum value of y is 0. And on this particular line, what is the value of y? My value of y is 1 minus x. Okay. So here x varies from 0 to 1 and y varies from 0 to 1 minus x. Therefore, probability x plus y is less than or equal to 1 can be written as 0 to 1. So this is range for x. Remember, this is range for x. That's why I have taken this dx outside this particular square bracket. Okay. So 0 to 1 dx is here, and this whatever I have written in this square bracket is integration with respect to y. Here what is the range of y? Range of y is 0 to 1 minus x e to the power minus x plus y dy. Okay. So as far as this e to the power minus x plus y is concerned, it is e to the power minus x into e to the power minus y. So when I am taking integration with respect to y, e to the power minus x is constant. So that I can take outside the integration sign of y. So here I have taken e to the power minus x outside. In this is the integration 0 to 1 minus x e to the power minus y dy dx. Okay. Now what is integration of e to the power minus y? It is minus e to the power minus y from the range 0 to 1 minus x. Okay. Now I'll take minus sign here. Because of this I have taken minus sign here. It is e to the power, see, instead of y I will write 1 minus x minus lower limit e to the power 0. E to the power 0 is 1. With this minus sign I will take 1 on the left hand side e to the power minus 1 minus x to the right hand side, e to the power minus x as it is. Okay. Now these are two different integrations. 0 to 1 e to the power minus x if you multiply it by 1 minus as it is integration from 0 to 1 e to the power minus x into e to the power minus 1 minus x dx. Okay. Now what is integration of e to the power minus x? It is e to the power minus x upon minus 1 in the interval 0 to 1 minus, now if I look at this, e to the power minus x, e to the power minus 1, e to the power minus x, minus into minus, that is plus x. So these two things will get cancelled and I left with e to the power minus 1 only here. Okay. So in this expression, if I put lower limit first, since there is minus sign, I will take lower limit first, e to the power minus 0 minus e to the power minus 1 minus this as it is integration from 0 to 1 e to the power minus 1. Again e to the power minus 1 is constant. I will take outside. What is integration of 1 with respect to x? It is x itself. And what is the range? 0 to 1. Okay. So 1 minus e to the power minus 1 minus e to the power minus 1, 1 minus 0, because if I solve this, it is 1 minus 0. So I will get 1 minus 2 times e to the power minus 1, which is 1 minus 2 upon e, which is e minus 2 upon e. Note that the value of e lies between 2 to 3. Therefore, check that this is positive. Okay. So in this way you can compute. In this way we can compute probabilities for the given interval in case of bivariate probability distributions. Okay. Now let us take one more example. This is somewhat lengthy example, and you need to solve one of these three probabilities. Okay, in examination. So it is highly impossible to have three types of probability in same problem. You have to solve either one of these three. Okay. Now here fxy is x plus y, and what is the range for x? Range for x is from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay. Now suppose I need to compute probability x is less than or equal to y. Okay. So when x lies between 0 to 1, y lies between 0 to 1, the region for the given set is this rectangular region. Okay. Because here x takes value 0 to 1, here y also taking value 0 to 1, and therefore this rectangular region x lies between 0 to 1, lies between 0 to 1 is my actual range for y. Now what is my new constraint? My new constraint is x is less than or equal to y. Okay. So for this I consider this line. Okay. So in this line, so this particular value, this particular value is 1, 1. Okay. This particular point is 1, 1. So in this case, when this value is 1, 1, here 1, 1 and here 0, 0. So this particular line is x is equal to y. Now I need to have x is less than or equal to y. Okay, x is less than or equal to y. So for this you just consider this particular thing. Here value of x is 1. Okay, value of x is 1 and value of y is 0. So 1 is greater than 0. 1 is greater than 0. So here x is greater than y. So we don't want this particular region. So here if you consider this, x is 0 and y is 1. So 0 is less than 1. So this is my region of integration. Okay. So above this particular line, this is my region of integration. Okay. So in this particular region, in this particular triangle, because x and y varies from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay. So here the minimum value of x is 0. And maximum value of x is 1. So x varies from 0 to 1 in this region. And what is the value of y? And your y value varies from this particular point to this particular line. Okay, this particular point to this particular line. On this particular point line, on this particular line, what is the value of y? My value of y is x. And on this line, what is my value of y? My value of y is 1. Okay, so when x is fixed in the range when x varies from 0 to 1, your y varies from x to 1. Okay, fxy. First I will take integration with respect to y because this is the range for y. Dx I will write outside. Okay. Now if I take integration of this with respect to y, it is x into y plus y square by 2 because x is constant in the range x to 1. Okay. By putting the values of upper limit and lower limit, by subtracting from this 0 to 1 as it is, see here, if I put y is equal to 1, it is x into 1, that is x, plus 1 by 2 minus x into x is x square plus x square by 2. Okay, with respect to x is dx. Okay, so this is integration from 0 to 1, x plus half, and this particular thing is 3x square by 2. So if I integrate this again with respect to x, it is x square by 2 plus x by 2 minus 3x cube by 3 into this origin of first 2, that is 3 into 2 is 6. Okay, so that get cancelled, and therefore putting x is equal to 1 in this expression minus putting x is equal to 0 in this expression, I will have 1 half plus 1 half minus 1 half, that is equal to half. Okay, so what is probability x is less than or equal to y? Probability x is less than or equal to y, that is area of this particular region comes out to be half. So what is probability of this particular region? Can you tell me? So it is 1 minus 1 half, because probability under the this particular region or R, or you can say this function should be, volume should be equal to 1. So half and this should be equal to half. Now we need to compute, suppose, second probability, that probability x square plus y square is less than or equal to 4, where x lies between 0 to 1 and y also lies between 0 to 1. Okay, so in this expression, if I need to compute x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1 by 4, we know that x square plus y square is equal to a square is circle. Okay, so what is the radius of the circle? Square root of 1 by 4, that is 1 by 2. Okay, so radius of this circle is 1 by 2, and x, what is the range for x? Range for x is from 0 to 1. Okay, so this is the range for, so this is the range for x and y. So this particular value is 1 1. Okay, so this is actual range for x and y, and I am considering only this much portion. Okay, because radius of this circle is 1 half and I am going to see in the first quadrant only. So this particular point is 1 half 0 and this point is 0 and half. Okay, radius of the circle. So in this circle, what is the possible values of x? Possible values of x varies from 0 to 1 by 2. Okay, and possible values of y, when your x is fixed in the interval 0 to half, your y value will start with this particular point 0. On x-axis value of y is 0. So 0 to this particular point which lie on this circle. So on this circle, what is the value of y in terms of x? It is 1 by 4 minus x square in the square root. Okay, because I will not consider negative square root because I am in first quadrant only. So for fixed x in 0 to half, y varies from 0 to under root of 1 by 4 minus x square, square bracket complete. Okay, both values are inclusive. Okay, so how to compute probability that x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1 by 4? So it is integration from 0 to half, which is range for x, square bracket, this is the range for y, 0 to under root of 1 by 4 minus x square, this is fxy. First I will integrate with respect to y, square bracket complete, and then integrate with respect to x. Okay. Now, if I take integration of x, it is x into y. What is integration of y? It is y square by 2. Okay. Again, put the value of y in this particular bracket. So 0 to half as it is. Okay. So first we will compute this particular integration, 0 to half as it is. X into the bracket 1 by 4 minus x square plus under root of 1 by 4 minus x square bracket square, that is simply 1 by 4 minus x square by 2, this half as it is into dx. Now let us consider this is integration number 1, this is integration number 2, and let us call it as I1 plus I2. Okay. Now what is my I1? I1 is integration from 0 to half x into the bracket 1 by 4 minus x square dx. So for this, let us have substitution. In order to solve this integration, let us have substitution. 1 by 4 minus x square is equal to t. So if I take derivative on both sides, minus 2x dx is equal to dt. See, this is your x and this is your dx. So x into dx will be minus dt by 2. Okay. Similarly, now you have to think of this particular range. Okay. When x is 0, my t will be 1 by 4. Okay. And when my x is 1 by 2, 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 square, that is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4, that is equal to 0. Okay. So the range is now from 1 by 4 to 0 in a reverse way. Okay. So I1 is 1 by 4 to 0 root of t into minus dt by 2. Now this minus sign can be absorbed by changing the limits of the integration. So integration 0 to 1 by 4 root t into dt. So t raised to half. What is integration of t raised to half? It is t raised to 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 in the interval 0 to 1 by 4. Okay. So that 2 cancels here. So I left with 1 by 3. And it is 1 by 4 raised to 3 by 2, okay, minus 0 raised to 3 by 2, that is 0. But what is my 1 by 4? 1 by 4 is 1 upon 2 raised to 2. This 2 will cancel with this 2, so it is 1 upon 2 cube. So 1 by 3 as it is into 2 cube is 1 by 3 into 1 by 8 is 1 by 24. So the first probability I1 is 1 by 24. If I look at the second integration I2, it is 1 half, 0 to half, 1 by 4 minus x square. So let us compute it as it is, 1 by 2 constant, 1 by 4 into x minus integration of x square is x cube by 3 in the interval 0 to half. So 1 by 2 as it is, 1 by 4 as it is, value of x is 1 by 2, minus 1 by 3 as it is, and 1 by 2 cube is 1 by 8. So if I solve it, the value is, see here something I have written in a wrong way. Actually, see here 1 by 2 is outside. So 1 by 2 into 2 by 24, which is 1 by 24. Okay. So the value of I1 plus I2 is 1 by 24 plus 1 by 24 is 1 by 12. So probability that your x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1 by 4, this probability comes out to be 1 by 12. Okay. Similarly, if you want to compute third type of probability, that probability y is greater than or equal to half. So here x varies from 0 to 1, y varies from 0 to 1, and y is greater than or equal to half. So in this region, if you look at this particular rectangle, this is our original range for x and y, and now we are restricted to y is greater than or equal to half. So here we need to compute this particular region because this particular line is y is equal to half. Below this line y is less than half, above this line y is greater than half. So this is region of integration R. So in this region of integration, what is the range of x? X varies from 0 to 1. Okay, x varies from 0 to 1. And for fixed value of x in 0 to 1, y varies from, see this particular is blank region. So we are nothing to do with this particular region. Your y will start with 1 half to 1. Okay, your y will start with 1 half to 1. So my value of this particular probability will be 0 to 1 and 1/2 to 1, this is range for y, x plus y. First I will integrate with respect to y and then dx. So this 0 to 1 as it is, integration of is xy, integration of y is y square by 2. Put values 1 and 1/2 as limits, and if you put x is equal to 1 here, it is 1, sorry, y is equal to 1, here we have x upon 1 plus 1 by 2. Put x is equal to half, that will be x by 2 plus 1 by 8. Okay. Again take this x minus x by 2 is x by 2. X minus x by 2 is x by 2. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 8 is 3 by 8. Again take integration from 0 to 1 with respect to x. It is x square by 4 plus 3x by 8. Okay. So putting x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 0, we have 1 by 4 plus 3 by 8, that is equal to 5 by 8. Okay. So probability your random variable y is greater than or equal to half is 5 by 8. In this way we can find probability density function of random variable, whether it is really PDF or not. We can find constants in the PDF functions, and we can find out probability of the intervals also or region under consideration. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss marginal probability distributions of x and y separately, then conditional distributions of x and y separately, and then we will discuss how to find movements of continuous probability distributions. Thank you all of you. Thank you.